How's it going, guys? My name is OhDough, and today I want to start a playthrough of Dauntless because, for one, I don't really have any other ideas that I want to do right now, and for two, I actually started a playthrough 7 months ago, and it only ever got to do one part. But when I did that playthrough, it was different because I was playing through the game and just editing it all together, and that's really hard to do. Like, it's hard to play the game and then talk over what I'm doing and try and explain every little thing after I play through it. Like, it's much easier to do a live playthrough, which is what's going to happen right now. So to get started, I'm going to go ahead and click all this nonsense and play the game.
Long ago, we reached for ultimate power and broke the world. But after the upheaval, a new world arose. The Shattered Isles, a world on the edge of the maelstrom. Etheric storms revealed new islands, and with them, new dangers. Even a broken world can provide shelter from the storm. We set sail to find a new home. But the behemoths beat us to it. Yet we were not going down without a fight.
So that whole cinematic scene right there, or all that stuff, was hand-drawn, by the way. Or it was created by an artist at Phoenix Labs, and they're insane. Alright, Mr. Wills. By the way, guys, as a pro tip, I didn't know this until about a year and a half into Dauntless. You can turn off the dude talking right now if you really want to, which I'm actually going to, I think, just because... Yeah, he's that. But I actually have to keep it on because just in case there's other dialogue that's like cool and neat. Man, whatever. Anyway, so these are wisps right here. These give you movement speed, and they also give you some lantern charge for your hold the cast in the top left. Just a little bit though. They're just nice to have. If you see them and they're close to you, always pick them up. And these are also plants. These should also be picked up for reasons that I'll explain a bit later. It's to craft stuff. Here we have some minions. These dudes aren't found in the majority of Dauntless. They're just on mostly Boreas, and they're also modifiers for some behemoths, but that comes a lot later in the game. But you'll see them on Boreas, which will be a bit sooner. So this is going to be Lesser Nasher, and this is where you're going to learn how to do some really basic stuff in the game, such as dodging, and that's all it's going to try to teach you. You also have your special, which this dude is rushing into, but most weapons have, or all weapons have a special you can use. This, in the sword's case, you have this overdrive state, which gives you an AoE attack, or it gives you AoE for your attacks in general, and you also get a dash, which is some pretty good movement. But you can overshoot it, by the way, so be careful on that. And this little freaking boat thing body blocked me a little bit. That's my excuse. Right there, I broke a part, and you can break parts by hitting for yellow in this game. So that just shows, like, yellow is part damage, and if you're hitting for yellow, it's showing you that you're actually hitting a part. So you're going to need to do this to actually craft gear. So in this game, always try and hit for something that looks like yellow part damage, or yellow damage in general, because that's a part, and that's good. So in this case, we've already broken off 4 parts, and it's only missing half health, which is really fast. We're going to pop our special again, and just try and close out delay kill. Also, that right there is a stagger. Whenever a behemoth gets staggered, it gets knocked over for a little bit, and you can see a stagger happening whenever it's bubbly in the face. So it gives you like some indication what's happening beforehand. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch the cinematic thingy bobber again.
Ramsgate arose from the chaos, a new refuge. And so we explore and reclaim the rest of the Shattered Isles. But we can't do it without friends. It's a time for heroes. It's a time to fight. It's a time for slayers. Are you ready to live for the hunt?
Alright. We're at the freaking, what is this, character creator? I'm really bad at making a good looking character in this game. I really am. And also this account name is Mr. OhDough, so it has to be a dude character. Normally in this game, I always play a female character, but today we're gonna go with the young Brodo. And wait a second, I forgot that some of these faces are just funny. They're funny to me, man. Like that face is funny. We'll go with this. It looks like a freaking Chad. We'll go with the Chad face. And I don't want to spend too much time here just because you can get kind of lost doing this kind of stuff. And somewhat of my my artistic vision is going to be here for 18 years. What the? Okay, well, that's a faux hawk. I'm looking for like the plain Jane haircuts. Not when I said Jane, I didn't mean like that though. That's my bad. I'm finna wait. Dude, that looks better. Kinda. I look like a fitness model right there. You know, like check out my IG chat. I bench press 800 pounds. By the way, 6-pack abs. All right, I'm getting mad. What haircut do I just send this? I'm sending it, dude. Like you can go through a ton of stuff. You can change all kinds of stuff in this thing. I put on a helmet and call it a day though. So if you want to do this, you don't have to do it all right here. Once you finish, like once you make your character right here, you can actually change everything that's found on here in Ramsgate whenever you want to. Which Ramsgate is the main city. So let's go ahead and just go there because I don't want to spend any more time here. Are you ready to enter the Shattered Isles? Yes. Yes, you can change your appearance at any time. So it doesn't matter what you're doing in here. You can change it whenever you please. So we're going to a place called Ramsgate right now, and this is going to be the main hub in Dauntless. You're going to spend a lot of time here.
Now.
Actually, I'll stay here for this one.
On an approach course to Ramsgate. Cat needs every Slayer to get back in the fight as soon as they're able.
So this is actually like a similar cinematic to what it used to be. This didn't change much.
To the plaza. So meet her there as soon as you can. Off you go then, and keep that chin up.
And he's telling you to meet Cat, and also this is a quest, and it's actually a fantastic infographic to show you how to find them. So quests, a lot of things will be found on your compass, which is shown right here in this highlighted yellow thing. But quests that are ready to be picked up are shown as exclamation marks, like in most games, like in MMOs and all that kind of jazz. So if you see this, go ahead and pick it up. Now there will be quests that have a gold symbol like this, like a yellow symbol. Those are your main quests, and there will also be quests that have a purple symbol, and those are all your side quests. So there's that going. And once the quest is complete, you'll have a question mark to show you that it's ready to be turned in, like right here. This is a ready to be turned in quest to Katerin Sorrel.
You did it. Nice work.
I'd read this, but I don't want to be here for 18 years. But you're gonna get a full set of weapons, and you can see weapon overviews from this Whammons. Wills Borman. I could have sworn his last name was different, but whatever. So this is where you're gonna get most of the weapons of Dauntless. She's gonna give you a sword, axe, hammer, chain blades, and pike. You will not be getting repeaters and strikers this early in the game. Instead, you'll get them a little bit later, not too much later, but just a little bit later. So you're gonna have access to all these weapons, and you can play them all and see which one you like the most starting out. Just understand that weapons will change in their enjoyment once you unlock more customization for them later on. Like, understand that, because you might level a weapon starting out, and then once you get more cells and more modifiers and specials for that weapon, it becomes different and either less enjoyable or more enjoyable. Like, and other weapons will become less or more enjoyable as well.
This calls for a slay.
So keep that in mind. So take a look at Cat's weapon overviews. This is weapons of choice, and this is a really simple quest. You accept it, and then I just click these randomly. You can preview the weapons. It doesn't show you every little thing. It just shows you the basics. Like, it's really basic what this is supposed to show you. It's supposed to be really quick. It's like Spark Notes for showing you what a weapon does. I'm wondering if it shows you how to interrupt with them. No. Okay, so yeah, it's very, very basic. If you guys want weapon guides, I have weapon guides on YouTube. My friend River Rad has weapon guides on YouTube. Zenny Phantom has weapon guides on YouTube. January and On, I believe, has some, although I'm not sure if they're that recent, but I could be wrong. So they're on YouTube. Check them out. Those are the people I really recommend, and there are other people as well, but those are my go-tos for stuff, including myself. But turn in the quest, you're good to go. And look around on the compass. You'll see a lot of different stuff. You can just turn your screen to see what's going on. But right now, the two things that are yellow, you have a quest to pick up, and then you have this thing over here. It's a little lantern attunement device. That isn't important for a while, so don't even like mess with it, because you can't really do anything with it until you get to a little bit further in the game. Like about halfway is whenever that starts to matter. But here we have hunt lesser Embermane and craft any Embermane weapon. So off the bat, we're gonna go hunt a different behemoth, and for this behemoth, it's a very heavy interruptible fight. And interrupts in this game are also called boops, just so you can understand that kind of lingo. So weapons that are good at booping, I'll go ahead and explain those right cha. This is a cool little infographic. So this is telling you to go to the hunt board and then go hunting that way. You can do that if you want to feel immersed, or you can pull a Chad move and hit the young M button on the keyboard, or if you're on controller, you can go to options and then map, and you can hunt that way. If you don't want to go to the hunt board, this is the fastest. These are the fastest ways to do it. They're really simple, really easy, so you can do it that way. So I'm gonna go ahead and press M on the keyboard and go hunt an Embermane. And just to be sure, I want to make sure I have all the weapons I can crafted. Alright. So a weapon that's fully crafted, or weapons that you can craft, will be blue, which we don't have any blue glow right here. Weapons that are maxed out or can't be upgraded anymore will be yellow. And weapons that you don't have materials to upgrade will be grayed out. Just so that makes sense. And if you want to view what parts you need to upgrade a weapon, you can scroll down and read them. And it'll give you like a really brief preview of what they are, even though it's hard to distinguish from those small little icons. But you can scroll down and it'll tell you a common drop from slaying any Embermane, a common drop from the tail, so on and so forth. So basically, break the parts. You wanna try and break the parts of the behemoths and do it that way. Also, I could have sworn that you can make gear right now, which is being weird because we killed Lesser Gnasher, but I guess we gotta do a bit more. We ain't done yet. So let's go ahead and queue for a Embermane, which I'm gonna cancel it. I gotta do a public hunt, which I'm okay with doing at Embermane. My thing though is on this behemoth specifically, I really do not like doing a public hunt because the whole fight is interrupting it and knocking it over. That's like the whole entire fight. In a public group, it gets really annoying for me personally. It's like a big pet peeve when my teammates don't boop it. Also, my voice sounds like death right now. So, I'm going to go ahead and do a public one for Lesser Embermane, but moving past Embermane, I might do public for the bigger brother of it, and then the heroic version might do private. Let's do a public, dude. And okay, so go over which weapons are good at booping, like good at consistently booping. You have the best one right now, which is Chain Blades. This is like super consistent, and I won't go into too much detail on how to do it, but just take my word for it. You got Chain Blades, you got Hammer, you got Sword. These are the weapons you have access to in the very beginning. These are very consistent to boop with, just like for having them. And then Warpike is also good, but you have to do something to build up to be able to interrupt. And to show you guys what it looks like to really, consistently boop, I'm going to actually take the Hammer. And starting out, looking at the weapons, you have just one special and you have no mods for all the weapons when you first start. And for the Hammer, you have Gusto Salvo, And this is where you load ammo into your hammer and you release to unleash a blast. It deals up to 360 damage. So this blast can actually interrupt, and that is good to know. No potions, okay. By the way, I'm gonna be like checking out stuff because I haven't played this new tutorial except for one time before. I played it one time before because I was gonna initially make a playthrough guide whenever they release the Switch, but I decided against it. And yeah, so some things are unbeknownst to me. But let's go ahead and get this party started. Look at these gamers, all freaking geared out. Wait. Oh my gosh, they're all on the Switch, dude. That's actually wild. It's funny, because yesterday someone was telling me that, oh yeah, public hunts with the Switch players. It was like a comment on YouTube. And it's funny that my very first public hunt on this account is with all Switch players. That's wild. Also, I think that I can turn on the chat, I believe, and I'll just read it to you guys if you want. I like how saying that like you guys can hear me and respond, but, well, you can, just not during the video. It's not like a stream. It's weird. All right, El Yolo, trying to do. Thank you. Trying to record a video. I appreciate your courtesy, man. Mucho gracias. So this map, by the way, is one of the very best maps in the entire game at the moment to get consumables. Consumables such as ore and plants to make potions and pylons, which are just things that help you and give you bonuses. So sprinting costs.
Nothing to take lightly. I'll stay on the horn in case you need any timely advice.
I'm turning this guy off.
Have the training. Don't forget to use it.
So this is just saying, don't waste your stamina. If you sprint with your weapon sheath, it costs no stamina. If you sprint with your weapon out, it costs stamina. If you're out of stamina, you can't roll. That is what the infographic is telling you. Which I'm gonna go ahead and yeet this person off because Wills Borman has been a thorn in my side for too long. But these are the consumables you can pick up for potions. There are many of them in Dauntless. Well, there's a couple different variations. But picking them up just helps you out. Also, I'm just out here tuning my freaking settings. Okay, so they haven't booped it yet, but it is AFK. But I'm gonna boop it. If it doesn't go directly towards you, you can't boop it. So this is why playing in a group with this is rough. But that's a boop for the hammer. You hold your primary, your secondary attack, which on the hammer you mostly only swing like this with your primary. But to boop it, you boop it on the snoop, and it'll have these lines on its face, and that will indicate a boopable attack. And with this special, it's really easy to interrupt with a hammer. You can just time it like that. With other specials on the hammer, you have to instead do this. That's a evasive blast. Also, we're gonna stagger it right now. Easy clappers. Doing some aether slams for more damage. We have an AFK gamer. Oh, he left. Nani Deska. By the way, guys, when someone leaves a hunt, the hunt actually scales now. Before it didn't used to, but now it actually scales. And that's pretty chill because you don't get left at the scuffed difficulty. Also, the game might seem like it's really slow paced whenever you have nothing, but that's how all games feel. Like, I used to get people to ask me like, "Hey, Doe, I just killed Lesser Mermaid, and the game just feels slow. Will it get better?" I'm like, "Of course it's gonna get better, dude. You're playing with recruit stuff. What are you talking about?" Also, for Lesser Mermaid, the behemoth was legit right out of the spawn point. So we spawned in over there, and it's right here. So Lesser Mermaid is always right here, every single time. That's where it spawns. Other behemoths for patrols and whatnot or patrols and pursuits will be having to be located for the most part. But the lesser behemoths are normally in the very first spawn point, as far as I know, because Boreas is like that, Mermaid's like that. So let's go ahead and see that. But we broke a lot of parts. We got a lot of parts to go ahead and use. And by the way, you get more parts, you get more rolls for parts and whatnot if you don't die. So you get 3 rolls because you have 3 stem revives, which I'll be showing you in the next hunt if I die, which I probably should die. That'd be good to show you guys what it looks like. But if you don't die, you get more loot. That's the main takeaway there, and it's really helpful to not die. But we did our quest. We killed the young lesser remain. Let's go. We're gonna go ahead and go back to Will's Borman, who is the weaponsmith, and craft us some gear. Okay, so we can make every single weapon, or we can make at least the initial start of every weapon. Or we can pick 1 weapon at least. Wow, words are hard, man. And for Embermain, or for most weapons in this game, you're going to have a unique effect. In this case, it's going to be something around the effect of X amount of hits in a row deal 100% part damage, or this hit in a row will deal 100% part damage. Part damage only breaks parts, so understand that it doesn't actually give you any more damage to kill Behemoth. Instead, it only helps you break parts. Breaking parts is good though, because that's how you make weapons and gear whenever you're leveling through Dauntless, or if you're just trying to make new stuff. So part damage is nice to have, kind of. It just depends. And as a unique effect, it's really good because you can take this in the early game and it helps you out a ton. Now, for me right now, it's between chain blades and sword, because it's about getting hits in a row. Axe and hammer aren't very fast, so getting these hits in a row is going to be kind of rough, and you'll get much more value from using a sword or using the chain blades. Warpike works too, and I'm actually debating on making a Warpike because Warpike has been changed to where it costs less stamina to play. But I think I'm going to go with chain blades. We'll go with these. So chain blades are really evasive, really fun weapon to play. And for an early weapon, I think that they're one of the best weapons to play as a new player, just because they're really nice. They're really fun. They're really anime as in like flashy. Anime is it's like a term that people use, so I use it too. And right there, I used flame orbs to upgrade these, but now I had to complete a quest, or completion of best defense. So yeah, complete a quest to progress. All right. We finished this quest. We got some more blaze orbs. Blaze orbs are used to, so for weapons, you need orbs to upgrade them. There are neutral, blaze, fire, frost. All the elements have orbs except for ones we haven't seen yet, I believe. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to this person and get our next quest. Because all this is right now is it's like a questing simulator. So we're just picking up quest after quest. And this is gonna be Moira, the armor smith. So just like you have a weaponsmith, you have an armor smith. This is where we're going to make some of that young gear. So the objectives for this next quest, which is to smith and protect, hunt Lesser Boreas, craft Boreal Epiphany Helm, and craft Boreal Resolve chest armor. So it wants me to craft the helm and the armor. This actually threw me off one time, like recently, whenever I was trying to go through this like a couple weeks ago. And it was kind of funny how I just was lost on this pretty simple quest. It's pretty straightforward. And this right here is mastery. I won't explain this right now. I'll explain this in like the next episode most likely. But yeah. And before we go any further, this is a core breaker, which this might seem like a rapid fire, and I apologize if it's like that. This should be seen as like there's like this history channel on YouTube that used to do these really like fast classes for history. I used to watch them in high school, or in middle school actually. But this is kind of what this is. It's a really fast-paced thing. But this is a core breaker, and this is where you're going to break open cores to get cells. Cells are how you augment your gear, and they give you bonuses. That's the best explanation I got for it right now. In this case, I got kind of robbed on these cells because they're not very useful. Nibble ain't bad, and it's, in this case, every cell when you first start out is useful because it's going to help you, except one cell, which is called acidic. If you get a cell called acidic, don't put it into your gear if you don't know what it does. Because when you first start out, it cuts your part damage in half, and part damage is how you get cells. It's how you get, it's how you break parts to get parts to make gear. So keep that in mind. But look around on the map. I see no other quest. I'm gonna go ahead and queue for Boreas, Lesser Behemoth, and we made a weapon. Let's go ahead and equip it. So if you're on PC, you press I. If you're on console, you go to Options, and you go to Equipment. And then whatever you want to equip, whatever you've made, you just click on that spot, and you, on the controller, you scroll over to a weapon that you want to equip. Oh, I never made this. Wait, Wait, I got robbed. I made Evermain weapon. I swear I did. Am I okay? Yeah, I made this. Where's my weapon, guys? I'm so lost. Okay, okay, buds. That was confusing. That was a very confusing time for me right there. Whatever. I could have sworn. Dude, I'm lost. Whatever. We've recovered from dementia. We're back. So we're out here looking pretty spicy, and I'm pretty sure I could have made some Nasher gear, and that's my bad. So this game, I feel like it's weird right now because I should have had access to make Nasher stuff and to make like Nasher gear and Nasher weapons after killing Lesser Nasher. So you should have the option to do that, and when we get back, I'll go and explain that. So if you guys want, go ahead and skip forward, and I'll leave a timestamp where to skip forward to what gear I would make from Nasher, because this is weird. Like, this should not have gone down like that. The game is trying to rob me right now. Whatever, though. Let's go ahead and get this started. Boreas, real quick, it has a modifier called Ice Shield. You kill minions, and they grant you a bonus the next time you do damage, and this is how you get the shield off really quickly. You can, however, beat the shield off. You can, however, hit the shield until it goes away, but that takes longer. It's better to hit the minions if there are any, but if there aren't any minions, just hit Boreas when it has its shield phase going, which is very obvious. It'll be like an ice cube, an icicle, so you'll see what's happening there. And like I said, most lesser behemoths spawn in the very closest spawn, which this case is to my left on the map, and we're gonna go ahead and beat it. Man, a lot of things is like a lot of things are also kind of like are already kind of weird right now. But we're gonna go ahead and try and break this leg, because breaking this leg will knock it over, or it'll knock it down, kind of like that. Break this tail now. Break the other leg. If it let me roll. Let me roll. I'm getting body blocked by its big body that's blocking me. Man. I'm mad. It's too thick for me. 3 thick 5 me, man. So Boreas will sometimes just sit there and, you know, just blank out, but other times it'll try and attack you. Also, I can keep up, dude. Summoning more minions. So this leg's already broken. I need to get this one right here. Nice. It's almost dead. Okay, so that's Boreas, and right there I was just breaking all the limbs. I broke both legs, and I broke the tail and the horns. And that's good. Like, if you guys want my advice, when you're fighting behemoths, try and break the head, a leg, and the tail. At least, at the very least, try your best to do that, because that will give you a pretty good amount of break parts to just craft your gear at a good rate. And if you're always hitting, like, if you're always gonna hit a part that's already broken, you're gonna waste a lot of your time. So try and hit for yellow part damage. Try and hit for part damage as much as you can, which is yellow. We got a pretty good amount of parts, didn't die, so we got the extra bonus rolls, and we're off to the races, man. We're doing good. Also did some mastery, which I'll explain again in the next episode, or the next part of this. So going back to Remsgate. And I've never actually seen that. That's pretty cool. Wait, this is an ad. Hashtag ad Dauntless, 9% off, limited time only. Make your mark on your Heroic Origins pack for 48 hours only. But when though? When does it start? Alright, chat. If you want to buy this stuff, you can. You get like a cool sword, you get some cells and stuff. Not recommended, or it's not necessary. That's what I'll say. It's not necessary whatsoever. You can do everything in this game pretty effectively without paying any money. Like, when I first played this game, and I was like first going through all this stuff, I didn't pay a single dime. Especially not for potions and whatnot. So you don't have to if you don't want to. But why did whatever. So For anyone that's watching this right now, what I would have done before fighting Boreas is I would have made these the Nasher gloves right here and Nasher feet. That's what I would have made. I would have leveled them up as much as I could. In this case, it's just one time. And I also fought Imbermain, so I would have made... In my case, I have a lot of parts to mess with, so I'm going to go ahead and craft the helmet and the chest piece. This would have given me attack speed. Because Evasive Fury gives you attack speed, which, by the way, if you want to see what the cell does on a piece of armor, if you have it unlocked, you can click on it, and it'll show you right here under perks. It'll also show you the cell slot. So the gear that I've chosen so far, for the Nasher gloves and Nasher feet, these are pieces that you can use in Dauntless for a very long time. For the Embermain chest, Embermain head, these are good, and they'll be good for a while, but at a certain point, you don't want to have both of them, because they both have a mobility slot. But when you first start out in the game, it doesn't matter. Like, when you first start out, it's about having a good perk, and then, like, having the cell slot as whatever, since you don't really have many cells to begin with to sell into those slots, if you will. So, that is how that goes. And, turn this quest... Oh, I need to make the Boreas headpiece and chest piece. I always forget. So I'll just craft it one time. And then go to this lady, and we're done. Hunt Lesser Boreas, craft its head and chest armor. And that is good to go. And then the next quest is going to be from... This is the next main quest from Boreas, but we have a side quest from the Hunt Pass nerd, which I'll go over that next video. And also what I would have done before fighting... Wait. You can't even talk to this guy yet? I swear my game right now is being scuffed. I swears it, man. Whatever, though. This new freaking... The new load... Like, the new setup for the questline is tripping me up. Because I've played through this game at least 4 times before they changed how it worked. So... I'll be learning here too with you, I guess. But that is the first episode, and that is how this will go down. I'll be doing another one, most likely tomorrow, guys. But I want to say thank you for watching this. Hopefully it helped you. I understand it was a little rapid fire. It'll get much easier to understand as it goes through, because when you first start off learning something, it's gonna be a bit complicated to like understand any of the lingo and all that stuff. But in the next one, we'll be going through some quests as well, and just seeing where it takes us. I want to say thank you guys for watching this video. It means a lot, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.